Hey guys, it's Lynk Plays Games. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our life. So hopefully I can get through this very quickly. I don't know how long this one is, but tonight we're gonna catch fireflies. At this blunt declaration from your sister, you looked up from your macaroni and cheese dinner. Fireflies were a familiar sight over summer, coming out on warm nights to dance through the sky. Tonight was particularly balmy. You knew there were bound to be a ton of them around. Oh, I might want to move out of the way. Hello, hi. I'm gonna come down to the corner. Hello, from the corner. Oh, you are you? Yeah. You rocked lightly from side to side in your seat, already excited for your after-dinner activity. Catching fireflies was a great way to spend a summer evening. You could already envision the little lightning bugs drifting through the darkened sky. Also, what do you guys say? I know this is like a polarizing thing between northern states and southern states. I think I used to call them lightning bugs. And then when I moved down here, they called them fireflies. Or vice versa. I can't remember which one it was. I remember like when I was in elementary school, we had to do like a little play and I had a little lightning bug hat, and here is a picture. I'm gonna throw it up here because it's actually one of my favorite pictures of me and my mom after my performance. I know, itty bitty Link, how cute, right? Anyways, yeah, so I was always obsessed with fireflies, and then I moved to the south and got to see one in real life, and that was like the coolest thing. Good idea, Lizzie. Can we... What, Hayes? No. No, ma'am. Mind your business. Come here. Something is startling you, I know. I don't know if you guys could hear her, but I hope you can. She is like yelling at me. I guess it's time for bed or something. Silo tapped his fork against the table excitedly. It was unusual for Silo to still be here. Like his mom had to bring him over really early in the morning before a job started, but normally she would have picked him up by now. I'm gonna try to skim read. You thought that maybe getting to hang out with Silo for longer is what made Lizzie want to keep running around outside. Staying at home and watching TV was never an option with her guest over. Okay. It's already dark out there. Lizzie gave Mom the best puppy dog eyes she could, slowly spooning mac and cheese into her mouth while you waited for their response. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, hold on. Hello. You have never jumped up on me while I'm playing a game. Hello. Were you wanting the spotlight or for a second? Is that what we're doing? Okay. No, you can get out of there. That's not a place for a Haze. What doing? Hello, love. Hello, lovey. What doing? She's not usually this clingy. I don't know what's with her. Go lay down. Let them go. Nights like this don't happen every day. Okay, they exchanged a look. Yes. Haze. Ma'am. Okay, I'll pet you. I'm having to pet her while playing this game. I'm so sorry, guys. Along with Lizzie's cheers, you threw your arms up in triumph. Okay. Just make sure you stay on the hill behind our house with all the poppies, okay? Duh, Mom, that's where most of them are. The idea had only been planted into your head, but you already could just picture all the glowing lights. What doing? She's such a goofball. She's so pitiful, guys. I don't know what's with her. All too quickly, it became a race to see who could finish their food first. No choking at the dinner table now. That's right, if someone died, we'd have to cancel the Firefly trip. Mom said it as a joke, but you knew that they were both telling you kids to slow down. Silo did immediately. You glanced over at Lizzie and you saw her still eating faster than she should. Elizabeth.
Jeez.
No one's gonna die, sheesh. A knock on the door interrupted Mom before she could, no doubt, scold your sister. I'll get it. Your big sister jumped out of her seat and ran over to the door, pulling it open without looking out the window to see who it was. Could have been like a kidnapper, a murderer, and Lizzie's just opening the door. Hayes, go on somewhere. You shifted in your seat to try to get a glimpse of the unexpected guest.
Hi.
Good evening, Cove. Your mommy had already walked to the door by the time you managed to see past Silo's floppy hat. Oh, hi, Cove. Oh, hi. Oh, Cove. Hi, you're here. Hayes, get down. Chaos Gremlin, go lay down. Okay. It didn't matter why he was there. It meant he could join you all in catching fireflies. I have haze hairs on my chin now. Then for a few seconds, Cove said nothing. My dad told me to drop this off because I guess he borrowed it from you. Quit messing with my chair. Lovebug. We left ours back home when we moved. Great, thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Why don't you come inside for a bit? Lizzie crossed her arms and lifted her chin. Cove shrugged and Mom stood from the table too. I'll give your dad a call to let him know that you got here all right. Cove shuffled fully inside. Mommy closed the door behind him. Hi, Cove. Silo gave Cove a friendly smile while waving by holding his hand and opening and closing his fingers. Cove nodded in response. Are you gonna come catch fireflies with us? You could see Lizzie's eyes eyeing you for mentioning the excursion to an outsider, but she'll get over it. You'd hoped Cove would say yes, that way you wouldn't be the odd one out with Lizzie and Silo.
Yeah.
I could do that. I never caught one before. It's too bad he didn't have a chance to before now. The fireflies weren't out when he first moved, and there must have not been anywhere he used to live. We can't go till after dinner. After she pointed this out, Lizzie walked back to the table, took her seat. There wasn't much left on her plate. Since this was very true, you decided to finish up your own stuff as well. Cove stepped closer and eyed what was on the menu for your family's meal. Have you eaten yet? Yeah, my dad and I ate earlier. What did you have? Eggs. The clipped, one-worded answer seemed to discourage Silo from asking any more questions. His eyes wandered back to the last scraps of food on his plate. Her phone call with Cove's dad must have ended because your mom came back into the room.
Okay.
Cove, your dad said you could stay a little while if you'd like, but he's gonna come get you before it gets much too later. Sure.
Fine.
Oh, fun, this will be so nice. As you polished off the meal, you'd hope it would be too. The three of you all finished eating shortly after. Lizzie led the group outside. Remember, don't stray too far. It's fine, Mom. Silo trailed closely after Lizzie as he was nearly stepping on her heels. Coming? After a moment, he did.
Bye.
Bye, children. The two of you were a good 10 or 15 feet behind Lizzie and Silo. By the time you walked outside, you pushed the door shut behind you, watching their figures get further and further away. You're so slow, we don't have all night. You started to run when you heard Lizzie's voice calling you, but paused when you saw Cove was still walking at a relaxed pace. I'm gonna walk with him. You fell behind, sliding up next to him, matching his stride. He noticed right away. You can go ahead if you want. You smile and shake your head. I don't. After a short while, the two of you reached the hill behind the house. The fireflies were out in full force, floating on the breeze, their gentle glow winking in and out, creating an almost magical effect. Lizzie had already climbed to the top. Silo was spinning in circles somewhere around the middle. Silo took a moment to come over, welcome to both of you. It's really great out, huh? See how many there are? Yeah. A firefly danced through the air, landing on Cove's sea green head. Silo couldn't help but to giggle. You and Silo couldn't help but to giggle. Gonna giggle. Because that would be funny, I would laugh. Cove looked at you in confusion. What? You gestured to his head. He reached up, making the firefly dart away. Cove jumped and then followed after the glow. Oh look, Lizzie has one. That's amazing. Silo ran back to the highest point of the hill, making sure not to lose his hat or backpack along the way. You hummed as the group divided and conquered, shifting your gaze to the dozens of other fireflies sailing around the game was on. You had a bandage on your thumb, and you tried to be cautious of that. Bandage on your palm, 2 bandages on your hand. You were good at not getting cuts or scratches, so you weren't worried. I'm a very clumsy person. Spotting one close by, you approached it with assassin-like stealth, crouching down to make yourself seem less of a threat. Slowly dragging one foot in front of the other, you crept up towards it, arms outstretched. You closed your hands around the little glowing orb, careful not to crush it. The firefly landed on your palm, almost docile. You stared down at your prize in delight. Its tiny legs tickled your skin, and you giggled at the sensation. Cove kept up with his own target, but when he tried to grab it, his pink cast waved awkwardly through the air, foiling his efforts to clap his hands around a firefly. Cove watched as it vanished into thin air with a dissatisfied expression on his face. I'm gonna encourage him. Did you catch one? You nodded. Cove gave up his hunt for the moment, coming closer, peering at the insect still crawling across your palm. You held out your hand. He leaned closer, eyes widening a tad behind his glasses. Cove remained hypnotized by the little bug as he inched his hand closer to yours. Ultimately, he settled his fingers lightly over the top of the ones you were holding open. It tingled. Stayed still. Last thing you wanted to do was accidentally scare the tiny treasure off. Oh, that's why they asked about the band-aids. That's so cute. The firefly, noticing the new connection, crawled up onto Cove's hand. He quietly gasped. It worked. Yeah, you got one. Cove's lips turned up into a slow smile. Thanks, Lynk. With a laugh, he gave the palm of your hand a friendly smack, performing an awkward low 5. Startled by the extreme movement, the tiny light disappeared before you could even blink. Your firefly was gone.
Sorry.
You forgave him. That's okay, I couldn't keep it forever.
You're right.
Right, bugs have to stay outside. Let's get another. We could work together. His face broke out into a wide grin. We'll get a bunch. With renewed vigor, you ran out onto the hill. You're not sure how much time passed. While you were in the thick of it, all you could focus on was the adventure at hand. No critter was safe from your grasp. At first, you were having the time of your life, racing up and down the hill with the crash of the ocean and the sounds of everyone's laughter echoing in the background. Lynk, this way. You followed the sound of Cove's voice at the top of the hill. Okay. You and Cove took turns trying to scare fireflies in the direction of the other. You showed him some techniques that you had learned, like how to cup your hands correctly. He listened attentively before trying for himself. There were a few times when you almost ran into each other, giggling as you dove to the side at last moment. Luckily, disaster was avoided each time. It was an overall huge success, with the both of you catching multiple. Eventually, the fireflies began to thin out. Your energy started to lapse. You decided it was time to call off the hunt. Cove didn't complain. He breathed in heavily. His face seemed really flushed. That was a lot of fun. You smiled at him broadly, happy that he enjoyed the activity. Yes, ma'am. Can be helped? I hope you guys heard that. Hold on. Make sure you guys could see the sweet bean. Hello, Bean. Hello. Are we still in the show again? Okay, I promise we'll go to bed soon. Okay, it'll be bedtime soon. Hello, sweetness. Can you not drool on me? She's pitiful, guys. You smiled at him broadly, happy that he enjoyed the activity. Yeah, it was. Lynk, Cove, get up here, we're gonna have a race. The shouting caught you off guard. It had been quite a while since you heard from Lizzie or Silo. You glanced over to see them both standing on top of the hill again, Lizzie beckoning to you with a quick hand gesture. If she was like that, then you knew there wasn't much room for disagreement. He didn't care for Lizzie a lot, so you thought he might be intrigued just by the idea of a race. Hi. Hi, Cove. You can't roll down the hill, you could hurt your arm again. You'll just have to be a referee for the rest of us. As Lizzie pointed this out, Cove froze in place. Oh, it was that kind of race. He frowned down at his cast. That was the second time it got in the way of tonight. What? Yeah, you'll watch and see who gets to the bottom first. That's important. Got it?
I guess.
The cast was sturdy. If he was careful, he could have done it. Lizzie might have just been looking for a reason to make someone else the referee, but it was already decided. I think the last time I chose to stay with Cove, so I'm gonna do the race. Satisfied with this, Lizzie moved to lay down. Silo did the same. Cove stood slightly to the side to get a better vantage point. It seemed like he was taking his newfound referee duties seriously. Countdown. You quickly got into position as well, resting on your side in the grass, tucking your arms close to your chest. 3, 2, 1, go. The three of you took off, letting gravity do the work, rolling at high speeds. You squeezed your eyes shut, a delighted laugh leaving you. You sputtered, reaching up to wipe them away. It threw off your balance and sent you careening sideways. Everyone started to get too close together because of the slight turn you made. Then Silo, then Lizzie collided into a heap. You tumbled down the last few feet in a pile. Silo's eyebrow was in your stomach, and you were pretty sure Lizzie's hair was in your mouth, but you had survived. Perhaps it wouldn't have been safe for Cove after all. You could hear him laughing in the distance. You opened your eyes and saw the starry sky above. Cove still on the top of the hill, staring down at the three of you with an amused look on his face. Hey, cool crash. I think Silo was the first one at the bottom. That didn't count. We need a redo. Kids, it's time to come in. You sighed, not knowing if it was from contentment or exasperation. You closed your eyes again. It had gotten late, and it was beginning to feel a bit chilly. The four of you walked back home together side by side down your neighborhood street, discussing the evening, which each person trying to prove that they were the ones who caught the most fireflies. You knew that whoever really did catch the most didn't really matter anyway. All that mattered was that you had a good time, which, judging by the smiles on everyone's faces, you did. Well, that was lovely. And Hayes was so pitiful. Where's she at? Oh, she's just sitting behind me. But I'm gonna end this video here. Hayes, you wanna help me? Come on. You wanna help me end this video? Come on, Vanessa. Vanessa, ma petite. Come on. Alright. Thank you, Hayes. Alright. So Hayes and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye, guys.
Hello, my love. Alright, is it bedtime? Is it bedtime, my dear? Oh, I love you. You're the best cat ever. Hello, my love. got you startled. It's okay.